Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dimensions Round 1. Hey, new expansion, which means we've got some rules to go over and some things to do. So let's do this. Let's just kind of get right to having the camera going, and you can see the sheet that came with the expansion. So I mentioned this on another video recently, but you can get these as a PDF from Upper Deck. So keep that in mind. That it's if you don't have the expansion, you can still check out the rules and see what's out. But here's what it looks like. Um, and so the deal with Dimensions is, what's this? They have a preface here. It says, once upon a time, the Marvel 3D trading card set contained hard-to-find legendary cards with unique gameplay, obtainable only by collectors. Now, by popular demand, after a 4-year exclusivity period, those cards are finally available to everyone as part of Legendary Dimensions. The cards returning from Marvel 3D are the heroes Howard the Duck and Man-Thing, the Henchmen Spider Slayers, and Circus of Crime, and 5 special bystanders. This set also includes equally quirky brand new content, the heroes Squirrel Girl, Jessica Jones, Ms. America, and the double-sided Mastermind Jonah Jameson. Alright, so one thing about all that is anyway, sorry, I got distracted by the double-sided Mastermind thing. So it's called Epic Mastermind, and yeah, there are rules in place that may turn that over. So anyway, we'll get to that. So basically, they're saying, hey, we've got all these quirky characters. We'll put them together in a set and sell them to people. That's kind of what it comes down to. Um, so it kind of follows into the whole Marvel overall character development of these guys. I think Jessica Jones and J. Jonah Jameson make sense because they're both in New York. The rest of them are dimensional, so it's very strange, in that sense. But whatever. I mean, Howard the Duck has always been strange. He's been around for quite a while. He's quite the character. He's got a cult following for sure. All right, so we got some new keywords. There's switcheroo. Okay, so this keyword represents how heroes like Squirrel Girl and Jessica Jones unpredictably switch up their tactics. Sometimes they instantly switch to new fighting stances, while other times they switch into new heroes altogether. So there'll be a card that says something like Switcheroo 4. So what it means is you can reveal this card from your hand. So you're revealing it, you're not playing it. You put it on the bottom of the hero deck, the actual hero deck, and then if you do, you can put a hero of the specified printed cost of the HQ into your hand. So what's interesting, the way they're wording that is you're not recruiting a hero. You're literally switching. That your card from your hand goes to the bottom. You take so if it was Switcheroo 4, you could take a 4 cost hero from the deck, goes into your hand, right? If you do that, that's how you use that card. You don't get to use any of the attack, recruit, or whatever from the card that you put away, but the other one does become part of your hand. You can only do it during your turn. You can't do it in the middle of some other thing going on, like a villain card. You realize, oh, I want to switch now. Like, no, you got to do the villain card thing first, and then you get to play, and you can do it. So that's the deal. You put it in, yeah, like I said, you put it in the hero deck, not under your deck. What else is it saying here? You can't switcheroo with officers or sidekicks. They're not part of the HQ, so it's only heroes in the HQ that you can do it with. It's not recruiting, so you can't use things like wall crawl or soaring flight or whatever. And it used the printed cost of the card. So if there's some special ability, that make cards cost less or whatever, switcheroo just takes the printed number no matter what. So whatever special rules might be in play to change that don't apply during switcheroo. So it's pretty straightforward, but then they were very clear about delineating that. So that was good. I'm glad they specified that so well. The next one is investigate. So when you investigate, actually show up in a different expansion that had come out before this one, but this is the first time we've seen it. So it says investigate for a card with an attack icon, as an example. So that means look at the top 2 cards of your deck, reveal a card with a attack icon from among them, and draw it. Put the rest of those cards back on the top and or the bottom of the deck. So you can, you're like, okay, this one goes on, if neither had an attack. Oh, I'm going to put this on the top. I'm going to put it on the bottom. You can put it in any order. You don't shuffle them. But then you can kind of set things up. It's interesting. So other cards can investigate for a certain cost, teams, recruit icons, and other things too. So whether or not your investigation finds the right kind of card or not, you can still decide which cards go back on the top or bottom of your deck. Interesting, right? So you get some control over that. Sometimes you will investigate another deck, like the villain deck. Well, even then, you get to choose, does this go on the top or the bottom of the deck? So that's interesting. Howard the Duck, he actually is a private investigator, but he doesn't have Investigate because that card came out in the 3D before this set came out, before Investigate was a thing. So he actually doesn't have it on his card. They kept the card the same. They didn't alter the card from the original because some people had that card. Makes sense. But they just want to acknowledge, hey, he is an investigator. But his cards work with Investigate pretty well. All right, and then the third one is Teleport, which we've seen before. Teleport is, instead of playing this card, you may set it aside at the end of your turn, add it to your new hand as an extra card. So there you go. All right, so that's, pretty straightforward. So the switcheroo thing is a cool one to keep in mind. And then there's Investigate. So I'll probably have to refer to my rule book here a couple of times when I play this set. But here's the weird thing about this set. There's 5 heroes. Okay, not weird there. 2 henchmen groups. Okay, that's not necessarily weird. 1 double-sided Mastermind, which we haven't seen yet. This is the first double-sided Mastermind, and it's this is where a Mastermind can be transformed into an epic, and you turn it over, and it's usually these higher attack and other slightly harder abilities. But we'll see what happens. And then 5 special bystanders. It does not mention schemes or villains, which creates kind of a weird little question, right? So what does the Mastermind lead? If there are no villains, what do they lead? Well, Jameson is the only one, and it says on here, always leads Spider Slayers. Spider Slayers is a henchman villain. So that's a little weird, right? So either he leads Spider Slayer, and then you use the other henchman group as the actual henchman group, but that seems backwards, or it just seems redundant, I guess is the word to my mind. So I said, okay, if that's going to be the way they want to do it, how about he leads a henchman group, and then we use a villain group like the henchman normally would be, i.e. for solo play, use 3 of those cards in the villain deck. So I said, yeah, okay, let's just switch them. Now, there are 2 henchmen groups, and for the Midtown Bank Robbery scheme, I decided to go with Circus of Crime instead of Spider Slayers because there's another spider-themed scheme that we're going to do next time. So I'm going to use Spider Slayers on that as the always leads for that scheme. And just, since I don't have to use it, I said, okay, on this one, we're going to do Midtown Robbery first, use Circus of Crime, and then the next one will be more of a spider thing, and we'll go with Spider Slayers. Okay, and then I took Hydra, just randomly out of the core set for villains, took 3 random cards out of that set as the, quote, henchman group, right? So you're going to see, it looks weird because I got Hydra as the villain and Circus of Crime as the henchman group, but it's actually the opposite of that, right? But the way that they wrote how he leads, that made the most sense to me. So again, if you think there's a better way to do that, or, you would have rather I did both henchman groups or something, great. I think that's valid. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I'm just explaining why I chose it. Okay, so there you go. I'm sorry. And then along the lines of JJ, start a game. Put 2 shield officers per player into a face-down angry mob stack, right? Which I've put over here. Special rules. You can spend 4 attack points to reveal a random angry mob and put it into any player's discard pile, which will be mine, of course. You can't fight J. Jonah Jameson while he has any angry mobs. So I got to fight those guys first. When you get a Master Strike, each player investigates their deck for a card and puts it into the angry mob stack. If you hear my dog, that is Duke. So sorry for that. Anyway, if you don't, I got a dog barking in the background. He's barking at a squirrel or something. Anyway, so J is a 4 asterisk attack. Right? So not a lot. I mean, that's not very high, but you got to get the angry mobs first, right? So there's kind of the thing of that. All right, now the scheme, Midtown Bank Robbery. There's 8 twists, total 12 bystanders in the villain deck. Each villain gets a +1 attack for each bystander it has. Okay, the twist. Any villain in the bank captures 2 bystanders. Then play the top card of the villain deck. So if there's somebody in the bank, you get 2 bystanders, then you play another villain card. Evil wins when 8 bystanders are carried away by escaping villains. Okay, so I want to make sure people don't escape. right? That's kind of the main thing. So, with that, we're just going to jump right in here. All right, we got a couple of Jessica Jones cards. Happen to be same card. It's got a switcheroo 4 on it. Okay, she's a 2 attack. I got a Man-Thing. It's a 3 recruit. It's a teleport. And then I've got a Howard the Duck. That's a 3+ attack. You get +1 for each other hero you played this turn with no team icon. Now, team icons I put on these separated cards you see on the screen on the right. Howard the Duck doesn't have a team, and Man-Thing doesn't have a team. They're both in this, in this round. So hey, I have a good chance to have other cards with no team icons. So having Man-Thing and Howard the Duck with that card, good thing. All right, and then another Howard the Duck, 2 recruit. So there you go. That's that. Let's get going here. It's enough talking about the rules. Let's just play the game. Oh, that hasn't happened yet. I think that's the first time that's happened. Master Strike, right off the bat. All right, so we investigate our deck for a card and puts it in the... Each player investigates their deck for a card and puts it in the Angry Mob stack. So here's a card, and I put it in the Angry Mob stack. Put it into. All right, so it means kind of mix it up. Okay. Well, that was weird. Investigates a card. It doesn't even... It was just a card. Well, it's going to be the first one. So basically, just take the top card of your deck. Whatever. All right. So I need 4 attack to get rid of the Angry Mob. I only have 3. Doesn't help me. I have 3 recruit points. So I can get a Jessica Jones with the switcheroo 4. I'm gonna go for that, right? Just to have a switcheroo card. Yeah, we'll kind of work it from there. Oh yeah. Okay, so I now have 1 less card in my deck because I just saw I had 5 cards. Where was it? It went into the Angry Mob stack. So there you go. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Yeah, like I said, Master Strike doesn't happen first card hardly ever. So, all right, we got a Circus Crime Henchman villain. Fight. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it causes 0, KO it. Otherwise, draw it. Okay, so good to fight him later, but they're going to show up a bunch. All right, I got 1 attack and 5 recruit points. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab this Howard the Duck. That's a 3+ attack. Yeah, we're going to do that. 4, 5, 6, okay. I got a Jessica Jones that replaced it. It's got a switcheroo 6. Okay, kind of nice, right? Who's got a 6 card? Nobody has a 6 card. They're either 3, 2, 4, 5, or 7. So that card really does me no good. It's a 3 recruit card, but as far as the switcheroo thing, doesn't help at all. All right, another Circus Crime. Okay. All right, so... Alright, so I've got 5 attack points here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play out 5 and fight an Angry Mob. Goes into my... I got my card back. And then I got 2 recruit points, which I could get a sidekick. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I got a sidekick. Oh, Lockjaw. Alright. Excuse me. So, good. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Next hand, we've got a Bystander. Okay, so Bystanders get +1 attack from the scheme. So this is a 4, that's a 3. J. Joe Jameson still has 2 Angry Mobs, which are 4 attack each, is what I was saying. And I have 3, 4, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Angry Mob off. Okay, and I've got 4 recruit points. So I either can get another one of these switcheroos, or I can get this Howard the Duck 2 recruit card, reveal the top card of the Bystander deck. If it's a special Bystander, rescue it, otherwise put it in the bottom of that deck. So, it depends on whether I want to have attack points. I kind of want to... what do I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go grab another Jessica Jones 2 attack. That's got replaced by another Jessica Jones, which was a switcheroo 5. There's a couple 5s on here, and I've got that switcheroo 4. She's a 4 card. It's a 1 attack, and it says investigate for a card with an attack icon. Okay, so it's an interesting card. Let's see if it plays out as something needed. Okay, I'm trying to remember all this stuff. Okay, it's my hand. We have a Scheme Twist. Okay, Scheme Twist means any villain in the bank captures 2 bystanders, then play the top card of the villain deck. Alright, so 2 bystanders, he's now a 5. And we've got a Hydra card, which is Endless Armies of Hydra. Fight. Play the top 2 cards of the villain deck if you fight it. Yikes. Okay, well, I need to clear this out as best I can because of stuff like that. So, oh, and I need to KO a card down here. I'm going to go ahead and KO this Howard the Duck card. Got another Jessica Switcheroo 6. Boy. 1 attack and 5 recruit points. Well, I'm going to grab another one of these. I'm going to grab another one of these Howard the Ducks. That's a 3+ attack. I think that's going to be helpful. Okay. And another Scheme Twist. Alright, so the bank gets 2 more. That means he's now a 6. And I gotta play another card of the villain deck. Okay, now they're a 5. And I gotta KO. I'm gonna go ahead and KO one of these. Ooh, got the highest Howard the Duck card. He's a 4 attack. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, draw one of them, discard one, and KO one. Okay. Alright, so that's a 7. Alright, again, I've got 1 angry mob. But I've got these guys to deal with, right? And I don't want to be leaving the board happening. So 2, 4, 7. Alright, so, okay, let's take a look here. We got this guy's 5. This one is a 6. And this is a 5. I need 4 and 4, so I need 8 total. I've got 7 that I can do. So 5, 5, and 6. Well, I might as well go for the highest one, right? 5 and 6. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Since this one's 5, I'm gonna phase this one. So phasing, right? Let me double check that, how that's different than teleport, because I don't remember exactly. So let's look it up real quick. Phasing. During your turn, you can swap this card with the top card of your deck. Swapping cards this way isn't playing a card or drawing a card. Oh, okay, so I can phase it. Alright, yeah. So phasing is swapping the card. I'm going to do that. So, Lockjaw, you're there. Alright, so that wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but I get to use them later, so I'm okay with that. Alright, so yeah, I still got 7 attack points, so I could switcheroo this one, switcheroo 4. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do the old switcheroo. I got a switcheroo 4, which this card's a 4, so this goes on the bottom. And then I take this card. Oh, that's interesting. Now I have 6 attack points, which would get me to this guy. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I'm going to play those 2. Investigate a card for an attack icon. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put... Let's see, I've got 6. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these both on the bottom. Doesn't matter. It's low, but I'm putting them on the bottom anyway. Alright, so that's 3. That's 6. This is 6 attack. Okay. Alright. So, reveal the top card. If it's a 0, KO it. Otherwise, draw it. Okay, so draw it. And then I've got these crazy bystanders. I got Sunspot, who I gain as a hero. Then I have this one, and you rescue it. You get +1 if the rooftops are empty. It is not. and at the bridge. So I got +1 recruit point. Okay, so I have +1 recruit point for that. Get 0, not 0. I'm going to say 0. It is 0. I get to draw it. Okay, cool. Alright, so I have 1 recruit point so far. Oh, and then I need to... No, I did that. Gonna replace this. Okay. Ooh, got highest man-thing card. Alright, so I have 1 recruit point, 2, 4, 6 recruit points. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this man thing. Partially to have another card that doesn't have a team. He's a 3 recruit card, so nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we got those guys. Now let's do a little bit of shuffling. Sorry, I'm just going through all that to make sure I didn't miss something. So I think I got all the pieces. Yep. And you might have heard that I dropped a couple cards. Okay, sorry. All right, here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next card is a scheme twist. Bummer. All right, so there's nobody in the bank, so they don't capture anybody. I have to play another villain card. Okay, that's another bystander. And I gotta KO somebody, so I'll KO one of these switcheroo 6 cards. Okay, which is a Howard the Duck. Reveal the top card of your deck, cost 0, or has no team icon. Draw it. That's a 2 attack card. Okay. Now, okay, so we've got 1 angry mob. And yeah. Interesting. Phasing. 2, 4, 6, 7. If I can get to 8, then I can get the angry mob, and then I can fight J. Joe Jameson. So I'm gonna investigate. I didn't get any of those, so I'm gonna put those guys on the bottom, actually. So okay, and this guy's 5, and this guy's a 6. Okay. 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3. 5. I'm gonna. Let's see, what do we got here? I got 7. I can phase. All right, I'm gonna phase this again. Okay, great. Oh, interesting. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I played a strength card, so that is 8 points. 4 for this mob. Okay, and then I'm gonna fight J. Jonah Jameson for 4 more. Okay, fight. Each other player investigates their deck. Per non-gray hero puts an anger. Okay, players reveal all the cards they investigated. Okay, well, it says each other player, so those do not apply. And then I have 1 recruit point, which I will discard. Okay, there you go. Luckily, Jameson is uncovered. Alright, then we got another Circus of Crime. Excuse me. So really, that guy is up for grabs, right? As many as I can get on him. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna phase Lockjaw again. Okay, for this. So I'm gonna play 1 attack. This is 4 attack. And then this gets me an extra 4. So that's 8 attack. I'm gonna go ahead and fight him. Each other player puts a Spider Slayer from the victory pile in the Anger Mobs stack. When a Spider Slayer is revealed from the Anger Mobs, it enters the city. Well, we're not doing in that version, so that's why the always leads makes sense for that one. And I'm going to fight him again. Okay, each player puts a wound from the wound stack into the Anger Mobs stack. Okay. Okay, there you go. So, that's that. And then I have 4 recruit points. Alright, so I'm going to choose this man thing, which is a 2 attack. Choose a villain or mastermind. If there are no other villains adjacent to it, it gets -1 attack this turn. Interesting. Okay, great, awesome. Okay, alright. Next card is another Bystander. Okay, so this one is a 4. This is, I believe, a 6. Right, yep, 6 there. And 5. 5, 6, and 4. And I got 4 and 1 left to do with Jonah Jameson. Alright, I'm going to phase Lockjaw again. Okay, I'll just discard this. Not going to help me. But I'll go ahead and play this one. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swap these guys. Just in case the Scheme Twist comes up, that'll be a lower number there, so make it a little easier. Alright, and then I have 7 recruit points. So, I can either get the man thing. If I play a strength card, I get +1 for each empty city space. 5 attack. This Howard the Duck is that 4 attack, reveal the top 3 cards, draw 1, discard a KO. So I'm going to go ahead and get the man thing one. It's a higher attack. And 2, it's got a chance for even higher. So I'd say that's definitely a better card. Awesome. And another man thing card comes up. That's a 2-point recruit. And it is 0 plus attack. You can teleport it. You get +2 attack usable only against villains in the sewers or the Mastermind. So either first space, right? That's the sewers, either here, or Mastermind. You get 2 attack. So generally it's good, right? Depends on what's going on in the game, and whatnot, but you can teleport it. So now teleport doesn't say anything about teleporting it in consecutive turns. Kind of like what I just did with phasing. Right? It's in my hand. I phased it. Great. It's in my hand again. I can phase it again. It doesn't say I can't. I haven't seen anywhere in the rules where you can't phase each successive turn. So I go ahead and do that if I want. Alright, another Circus of Crime card. Alright. So again, I got 1 angry mob. And I got a 1 left to go on Jonah Jameson. So hopefully that works. I'm hoping that is the deal. Hey, I do have. Oh, look at that. Huh. Well, I might as well go for it. So I'm gonna investigate for. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy back on top. I do have a man thing here. Here's the deal. Let's see, do I have a strength? No. Okay, so that's 6. And I'm going to use Lockjaw. That is 8 attack, 4 for the wound. And then 4 more for Jameson. Each other player reveals their hand or discards a spider hero. Any player who cannot must instead put a non-gray card from their hand into Angry Mob stack. But I fought him. I can't do that, so there's an anger stack, but the game's over. Right? I just beat him. So that, my friends, is a win. That is the way that one works. So, yay! For some reason I thought, man, that's such a low number, right? I think the Angry Mobs thing works better when there's more people. Right, so as a solo, I think it's a bit simple. So if you want an easy win, use Jonah Jameson, and go from there. All right, let's do the adding up of points. See how this played out. So these are 5 each, so that's 20. 1, 22, 23. Nobody escaped, but 3 scheme twists did get used, so that is 9. So 23 minus 9 is 14. So that is a 14-point win. So that's the other thing about this is you either are going to win, you win, but you just get a low point score, right? So winning will be a little bit easier on this one. And Midtown Bank Robbery is not the hardest scheme either. So, you could pick a harder scheme for sure. I just happened to pick that one as the first one, so I just said, all right, let's just go for it and see what happens. So there you go. All right, 14-point win. Thanks a lot, and that's it for this time. See ya.